please, domestic violence, don't wait till it's extreme. Don't even take it lightly.
Yeah, recognize that there's certain things that should stay in your marriage. But when those things are on the negative side, I would even say seek help or pray about it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. My name is Toby, and I'd like to introduce my husband, Lola. He is an amazing man. He is a leader. He is a prayer warrior, Bible quoter, lover of one and only. Yeah, what?
I'm a war.
You're not a war in Jesus' name.
I'm in double skill.
Okay. welcome to our channel. My name is Toby. This is my husband, Lola. And yeah, happy to have you here. If you're new to our channel, thank you for joining.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe.
Please subscribe. So just to say, we post videos every Monday, 12 p.m. British Standard Time. Yeah.
Okay, what's the topic for today?
So,
on this episode,
the topic is, how much should you disclose to family in marriage?
That's easy. The answer, so that we don't have a long video, the answer is don't disclose anything. Not much. Zero. Don't disclose anything.
That's fine, but thank
just
you for
keep everything between you and your partner.
Yeah, I agree.
And have a peaceful and wonderful marriage. That's all.
Okay.
Shortest episode.
No, that's not the end of the episode. Can I ask? So, what if it is something that is threatening to your mental health?
If it is not life-threatening to you, if it is not affecting your mental health, if it is not affecting, if you guys have children already, if it's not affecting your children, if it is not affecting you yourself as a person, please, there's no need to share.
So if it does, then
so
you
if
share.
it does, if it is now beyond what you could possibly handle, then I think it makes sense to share with your family. Maybe, and the reason for sharing would be at least to ease your mind. That's one. Then two, to see if maybe they can advise you, in the right direction. I'm sure when they advise you to, you'll use your brain. But before you resort to, obviously, before you resort to having to share with family, make sure that you and your partner have that conversation. And you have seen it. You have seen that you have like beyond reasonable doubt,
yes,
that this is not going to be the solution.
Do you know why we're discussing this topic? Why I suggested that we talk about this? Because we come from a culture where a lot of times you see things that, oh, he's now married or she's now married.
Yeah.
Now she doesn't talk to us anymore. She doesn't care about us anymore. So, we're having a conversation to explore this based on what some people might be thinking. This might be things that people are also thinking, just for us to have a conversation and explore it a bit. And we don't have the answers. What you said, the first answer you gave, which is don't disclose, that works for us. It might not work for anybody else. But you said that's the end of the video. And please let me finish my point, Sha.
Okay, yes, ma'am. As the Lordship please.
So, where we are from, like I said, some people be like, this girl is now married, or this guy is now married, and now they don't have our time anymore. Someone that calls me all the time before, that tells me everything, they don't tell me what's happening. Why, how do you then, how do you let people know, like people like family members, I'm not talking about general people now, I'm talking about family members, say your sisters, for instance, or your brothers or whatever, extended family, but family members, how do you now help them transition from always knowing your business to not knowing your business?
I think, like the question says, your business. Family needs to understand that, it's a no-brainer, honestly, but they need to understand that two people have now become one. So there's a new, for lack of a better word, there's a new entity. It's no more you as a single person. And I believe they should respect your privacy, right? I think there isn't any teaching that needs to be done there isn't any letting know that needs to be done. It's just a no-brainer that this person is no more just by themselves.
That's interesting because I've always wondered, before we got married, I've always wondered, like, is anything going to change? Will I still be talking to my friends and opening up about everything?
Yes,
Will
my
I
love.
say, no, of course I know now that I'm married. And it is actually interesting because it feels like even if some people want to pry or poke or ask, well, in fact, I take it back, not pry, because I think most times family just ask from a place of what their family, what they are
Concern.
used to, and place of concern, and like
Yeah.
just wanted to check in on you. Oh, how are things going with you guys? I think they also kind of get with the flow. Like they kind of realize that, okay, these people are married. If I say how are you, usually Toby would tell me, oh, this is happening, oh, that's happening. But now when I say how are you, she's just like, oh yeah, I'm fine, thank God, everything is okay.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
respect everyone to be honest. Like I said, I shared some. I said if it's life-threatening, if it affects your mental health, if it affects your children, if you have children, and you've tried to have these conversations or conversation with your partner.
Or try to resolve issues or
Yeah,
situations
and it
that you
doesn't
can't
look like,
resolve. Yeah.
it looks like they are not willing to even, come to a position that favors everyone's mental
Yeah.
health or well-being. Then I think you should try and speak with your family,
Yeah.
because they'll be in the best position to advise you from a place of love.
Yeah, I think we touched on something similar one time in one of our videos where we said, if you tell your family sometimes about the issues that you're facing, as an example with your spouse, they they might not forgive
They won't move
and
on.
forget. Like they might not move on. Like you might forgive your spouse, you might move
Yeah.
on, or you guys might resolve whatever issues or challenges you're facing. But your family will always have, like, they'll start to keep records unintentionally.
Because they
Like,
love you.
yeah, they start thinking, oh, this is how your spouse is. Okay, if something else happens again, even if it's unrelated, they immediately just like their bias will kick in. So you also have to be careful, not trying to, so we're not saying isolate yourself from your family and not tell them anything about your life, but you have to be careful what you say, because some of these arguments that couples have, or some of the issues or challenges that couples face, are temporary and are things that can actually be resolved. Not everything, but some of them can be resolved with, like, communication, seeking help, seeking support, or whatever it is that you need to do. If you now move past it,
Yeah.
and your family doesn't,
They won't move. So,
it's an issue.
and most times when people have all these issues in relationships,
Yeah.
it's actually a step in the right
Like holding
direction.
hands. Oh, your hands are cold.
Yeah, it's a step. There are steps in the right direction that helps them become better in the relationship. Because two different people from two different backgrounds, raised differently.
Yeah.
You'd expect that it would take some, getting
Getting
used
used
to.
to, yeah.
So yeah, when things happen, it is only when it gets to the extreme that you know that, okay, I've tried to solve this with this person, I've tried to communicate, I've tried to make sense out of this thing, but it feels like they're not even willing to, move from where they are or their position. They just want to be there. Then I think it is necessary to engage your family.
Do you know? I know I agreed with you,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of rethinking that part where you said when it gets to the extreme, because okay, say for instance,
Extreme is not when you're about to die. Please. Once
so let's not say when it gets to the extreme, because let me give you an example. I've seen or heard stories where you hear that, like, in cases of domestic violence, maybe somebody.
Please, I wait before you go on. Domestic violence, don't wait till it's extreme.
No.
The moment anybody raises their hands
Yeah.
on you,
Yeah.
in fact, don't even take it lightly.
Yeah.
Please.
I think that's something that
Yeah.
you need
So
to speak up about
when
it.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about extreme, I'm saying maybe verbal stuff that affects your mental health and you've been trying to correct it. But anything physical, don't wait till it's extreme, because that could cost you maybe your eye or your hand or your
Even
legs.
the
It
verbal
could cost
stuff,
you anything.
you have to also be
Yeah.
careful. I think once it just starts to disrupt your peace,
If it
and
affects your mental
yeah, and it
health,
affects your
I
yeah.
think we listed that already. So please, let's listen
Don't
carefully.
let yeah. That I
Don't,
just wanted you to I wanted
yeah,
to mention that so that I'll give you the opportunity
yeah.
to clarify.
Don't wait till extreme cases. Once it is physical, in fact, from the first day, I think you should try to take actions that removes you from that environment because it could lead to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. And I think that's everything for this episode because we thought about it and we put it down as one of the things that we're going to talk about, and I think it's important because sometimes you might be thinking, or maybe now that I'm married, or if you're planning to get married and you're not quite sure how much you should involve your family. My summary of everything that we said
Yeah.
is that still be human with your family, of course. Talk to them as you normally would, but just recognize that there's certain things that should stay in your marriage. But when those things are on the negative side, and there are things that affect your health, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
physical or mental health, or when those things are things that they're not in anybody's place to contribute to anyway,
Yeah.
and even things that have to do with the decisions that only you and your spouse should make. Say, for instance, on how you raise your children, how you spend your money, or how you invest your money, like things that are critical to the institution of marriage. Like when those are decisions that are meant to be within you and your spouse or amongst you guys, and like you don't have to involve your family. But once it's different from that and it's like on the negative side of abuse, then I would even say seek help first of all. Like, obviously talk to whoever you trust in your family, but, seek professional help and guidance, for be it therapy or, pray about it if you are a believer. Yeah, that's my summary, I guess.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, until next
Take care,
time,
guys.
please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please.
You know the way those reality TV shows in Nigeria that you say, please vote for me.
Please
vote for me.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe.
Please subscribe to our YouTube
Yes,
channel. And
please.
yeah, we hope that we always make your day. If you watch us during the day, if you watch us at night, we hope we make your night. And God bless you.
Amen.
Peace. Bye. Love you all.
That's the millennial heart sign.
Yeah,
Gen Zs are like this.